Very good morning to all of you. Yeah. Actually, today we are going to solve eighth problem on journal, and till today we have completed almost seven problem on journal, and all seven problems are from previous year question paper. Actually, we started with 2019 and we solved 2018, 17 like this. We have solved question paper problems till 2013, and today we are going to solve last problem on journal, and this particular problem is from 2012 question paper. It is from 2012 question paper. So reference is from 2012 question paper, question paper, question paper. Yeah, it is appeared for 12 marks actually. Question number is question number is one. Question number is one. B, 1B. Question number is 1B, and it is appeared for 12 marks. Appeared for 12 marks. Here they are given totally 12 transactions, and they are asking us to pass journal entries for these 12 transactions. Okay, so let us start with the solution. Yes, before we are going to draft the format of journal, what we should write? We should write solution, right? What we should write? We should write solution, that is journal entries, in the books of journal entries in the books of Mahesh, journal entries in the books of Mahesh. Okay. So let us start with the journal. As we all know that the format of journal will be consisting 5 columns. Yeah, it will be consisting how many columns? It will be consisting 5 columns. Here first column is meant for date, second column is meant for particulars, then third column is meant for ledger folio, fourth column is meant for debit rupees, yeah, credit rupees. So yes, this is the format of the journal. Let us start with the transaction. Here is the first transaction, and it is dated on 1st March 2010. 1st March 2010. What is the transaction? Transaction is Mahesh started business with cash rupees 1,40,000, goods rupees 1,20,000, and furniture rupees 40,000. So he started business totally with how many assets? Three assets. So one is cash, another one is goods, and third one is furniture. So totally how many accounts we will find here? We will find totally four accounts. Which are those four accounts? First one is cash account. Second one is goods account. Actually, we should not call it as a goods account. Either we should call it as stock account, or we should call it as purchases account, but it is better to call it as stock account, or just a minute, stock account or purchases account, stock account or purchases account. Then third account is furniture account, third account is furniture account, and last account is capital account. So here like this, totally we will find four accounts in this particular transaction. Okay, so cash is which account? Cash is real account. What is the reason? Because it is asset. Stock is which account? Actually, if you considered stock, then it will be real account. If you considered purchases, then it will be nominal account. Better will do one thing. Better will consider purchases. Will consider purchases. So one is cash account, another one is purchases account. Purchases account is which account? It is nominal account. The third one is furniture is which account? Furniture is real account because it is asset. And capital is which account? It is personal account. Like this, we are finding here totally four accounts. Now we should decide which all accounts should be debited and which all accounts should be credited. See here, capital account is always credited. When you will find capital account, no, it must be credited because always owner is the giver. Understood? So here, okay, let us start from cash account. Cash account is real account. What is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So see here, commenced business with cash means cash comes into the business. So first, which account should be debited? Cash account should be debited. So cash account debit. Later, purchases account. What is purchases? It is nominal account. Expenses it is, right? So what is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses. So since purchases are expenses, even purchases account should be debited. So purchases account debit. Then here furniture is which account? It is also real account. What is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in. So here furniture comes in. So which account should be debited? Furniture account should be debited. Furniture account should be debited. Which account should be credited? Then capital account should be credited, because what is the reason? Because owner is the giver. Cash comes in cash account debit. Purchases are expenses. Purchases account debit. You can here write purchases account or stock account. Both are correct. Stock account. Just a minute. Stock account. Both are correct. Okay. Purchase cash account debit. Stock account debit. Furniture account debit to capital account. What is the narration? Narration must be written in bracket. No, being started business with above assets, started business with above assets. Ledger folio column is nil. Okay. Commenced business with cash account debit how much? 1,40,000. Purchases account debit is how much? It is 1,20,000. Furniture account debit how much? 40,000. Understood? So total investment made by owner is how much? Capital account 1,40,000 plus 1,20,000 is 2,60,000 plus 40,000 is 3 lakh. So total investment made by owner, that is capital, is how much? It is rupees 3 lakh. Okay. So this kind of journal entries are known as what kind of entries? They are called as compound entries, because here we are finding more than two accounts. Okay. Let us move to next account. Next transaction. Next transaction is dated on 2nd March 2010. What is the transaction? It is deposited into bank rupees 50,000. Deposited into bank rupees 50,000. So how many accounts we are finding here? Actually, here we are finding two accounts. One is bank account. Another one is cash account. Another one is cash account. Okay, bank account is which account? It is a personal account. Which account it is? It is personal account. Okay. Cash account is which account? It is a real account. So which account should be debited and which account should be credited? Bank account is personal account. What is the rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So deposited into bank means banker is the receiver, no? So which account should be debited? Bank account should be debited. Bank account should be debited. Which account should be credited? Cash account should be credited, because cash is going out of the business. What is the narration? Narration being cash deposited into bank, being cash deposited into bank. Ledger folio column is nil. So bank account debit how much? 50,000. To cash account how much? 50,000. Okay. Let us move to next transaction. Next transaction, it is dated on 6th of March 2010. 6th of March 2010. Transaction is bought goods for cash rupees 20,000. Bought goods for cash rupees 20,000. How many accounts are there? Bought goods means which account? Purchases account. Bought goods is purchases account. Sold goods is sales account. So here bought goods means purchases account, and here goods are bought for cash. No, so another account is which account? Another account is cash account. Okay. Purchases is which account? It is nominal account. Cash account is which account? It is real account. Which account? It is real account. Now we should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. Here bought goods for cash, it means purchases are expenses. Here what is the rule of nominal account? Rule of nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here purchases are expenses. Which account should be debited? Purchases account should be debited. So write down purchases account debit. Okay, then cash account should be credited. Why cash account should be credited? Because here cash is going out of the business. Cash is going out of the business. So what is the narration? Narration is bought goods for cash. Bought goods for cash. Ledger folio column is nil. Debit column rupees 20,000. Credit column rupees 20,000. Understood? Suppose if it is bought goods from Pradeep, If you found the name of the person in a transaction, what it indicates? It indicates that it is a credited transaction. At that time, instead of cash account, that person's account will come. Understood? Okay. So let us move to next transaction. Next transaction is dated on 10th March 2010. What is the transaction? It is purchased goods and paid by check rupees 20,000. Purchased goods. So which account? One is purchases account. Understood? And it is paid by check, no? So instead of cash account, which account will come? Instead of cash account, bank account will come. Understood? So purchased goods and paid by check. One is purchases account and another one is a bank account. Purchases is which account? Purchases is a nominal account. Bank account is which account? It is a personal account. Now we should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. See here, purchases is nominal account. What is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So purchases are expenses. Which account should be debited? Purchases account should be debited. To which account? To bank account. Why bank account? Because banker is the giver. See here, in earlier transaction bought goods for cash, so we made payment in the form of cash, it affects cash account. But here, have we made payment in the form of cash? No, it is made in the form of check. So which account will affect? Bank account will affect. So purchases account debit to bank account. Purchases account should be debited because they are expenses. Bank account should be credited because banker is the giver. So what is the narration now? Narration is being goods purchased, being goods purchased and paid by check, paid by check, paid by check. Okay, so let us write the amount. Goods purchased worth rupees how much? We purchased goods worth rupees 20,000. So debit column rupees 20,000, credit column rupees 20,000. Understood? Okay, let us move to next transaction. Next transaction, it is dated on 12th March 2010. 12th March 2010. What is the transaction? It is a sold goods for cash rupees 6,000. Sold goods for cash. So which are the accounts here? Two accounts are, one is cash account and another one is sales account. Another one is which account? Sales account. So sold goods for cash, cash account and sales account. Cash account is which account? It is a real account. Sales account is which account? It is a nominal account. So which account should be debited and which account should be credited? Sold goods for cash means cash is coming into the business. What is the rule of real account? Real account rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So when you sold goods for cash, cash is coming into the business. So which account should be debited? Cash account should be debited. And which account should be credited? Sales account should be credited because here sales are income to business. Sales are nominal account. No, what is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here sales are income, so we should credit sales account. What is the narration? Narration is being goods sold for cash, being goods sold for cash, being goods sold for cash. Okay, what is the amount of the transaction? It is rupees 6,000. So debit column 6,000, credit column 6,000. Okay, let us move to next transaction. Next transaction, actually it is dated on 15th of March 2010. Transaction is paid for advertising rupees 2,000. Paid for advertising rupees 2,000. Okay, yes. So how many accounts are there here? Here actually two accounts are there. One is advertising account, one is advertising account, and another one is paid. It indicates what? It indicates cash. So another one is cash account. Advertising is which account? It is a nominal account because it is expense. Cash is which account? It is a real account because it is a asset. It is a asset. Okay, now tell me which account should be debited and which account should be credited. Paid for advertising means advertisement is expense, so advertisement account should be debited because the rule of nominal account is debit all expenses and losses. So since advertising is expenses, advertising account should be debited. Which account should be credited? Cash account should be credited. Why cash account should be credited? Because here cash is going out of the business. Understood? So let us write the narration now. Narration is being advertisement expenses paid, being advertisement expenses paid, being advertisement expenses paid. Okay, here debit column rupees 2000, credit column rupees 2000. Okay, let us write next transaction. Let us write next transaction. Next transaction is dated on 18th of March 2010. Transaction is drew from bank rupees 30,000. Drew from bank. Have they mentioned purpose, for what purpose it is withdrawn? Like for personal purpose or for office use? No, they are not given anything. So when they are not given anything, at that time you should assume that it is withdrawn for business purpose, not for personal purpose. Are you getting my point? It drew from bank. For what purpose it has a drew? It has drew for business purpose. If it is for personal purpose, then they will mention it in the transaction. So let us find out the two accounts here. Drew from bank. So one is cash account and another one is bank account. Any other possibilities? If it is for personal use, then instead of cash account, drawings account will come. But it is withdrawn for office use. No. So which account will come? Cash account will come. So these are the two accounts, cash account and bank account. Cash account is which account? It is a real account. Bank account is which account? It is a personal account. Now tell me which account should be debited and which account should be credited. Here cash account is there, so just check cash is coming into the business or it is going out of the business. Drew from bank means cash is coming into the business, so which account should be debited? Cash account should be debited. Which account should be credited? Which account should be credited? Bank account should be credited, because cash comes in, banker is the giver. Debit what comes in? Real account. Understood? Then credit is the giver. Which account? Personal account. So what is the narration now? Narration is being being drew from bank, drew from bank, drew from bank. Yeah, yes. Okay, ledger folio column is nil. Debit column is rupees 30,000. Credit column is rupees 30,000. Okay, yes. Yeah. Let us move to next transaction. Next transaction. See here, while passing journal entries, very important thing is analyzing the transaction. If you are able to analyze the transaction properly, then you won't find any difficulties in passing the journal entry. So very important thing is we need to analyze, we need to process the transactions systematically. Okay. So five more transactions are there. Let us go through those transactions. Yes. Actually, next one is dated on 20th March 2010. 20th March 2010. Transaction is paid for personal expenses. Yes, paid for personal expenses rupees 500. Keep in mind, if the term personal expenses or personal use, if it comes, it indicates what? It indicates a drawings account. What it indicates? It indicates a drawings account. So paid for personal expenses means one is a drawings account and another one is which account? Another one is a cash account. So drawings account is which account? It is a personal account. Cash account is which account? It is a real account. It is which account? It is a real account. Now we should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. See here, paid for personal expenses. To who actually whose expenses you have paid? You have paid owner's expenses, so it is as good as owner is the receiver. Are you getting my point? I have told you people what is the meaning of drawings. If money or money worth is withdrawn from the business for personal use is called as drawings. In other words, if any of the personal expenses of owner are paid by the business are called as drawings. So here personal expenses of owner are paid by the business, it is called as drawings. It is as good as owner is receiving the money from the business. Understood? So debit is the receiver, is the rule of which account? Personal account, right? So 20th March 2010, which account should be debited? Drawings account should be debited. Why drawings account should be debited? Because here owner is the receiver. Then which account should be credited? Cash account should be credited, because here cash is going out of the business. True for personal, paid for personal expenses, meaning one is a drawings account and another one is cash account. Owner is the receiver and cash is going out of the business. So drawings account should be debited and cash account should be credited. What is the narration now? Narration is being personal expenses paid, being personal expenses paid, being personal expenses paid. Ledger folio column is nil, debit column is rupees 500, credit column is rupees 500. Okay, let us move to next transaction. It is dated on 22nd March 2010. What is the transaction? Transaction is bought goods from Sohan, rupees 10,000. Bought goods from Sohan, rupees 10,000. I told you people that when you will find the name of the person in a transaction, you should be very careful. So 22nd March 2010, 22nd March 2010, fine. Bought goods from Sohan. So how many accounts are there here? Here actually two accounts are there. One is purchases account. Another one is here. Have you bought goods for cash? No, you have bought it on credit basis. So which account will come? Another account is Sohan's account. Understood? So bought goods from Sohan. If it is credit transaction, person's account is very important. If it is cash transaction, then person's account is not important. Okay, purchases account is which account? It is a nominal account. Sohan's account is which account? It is a personal account. It is a personal account. Okay, now tell me which account should be debited and which account should be credited? Yes, purchases account should be debited. Why purchases account should be debited? Because purchases are expenses. And what is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, right? Debit all expenses and losses. So purchases are expenses, purchases account should be debited. To which account? To which account? To Sohan's account. Why Sohan's account should be credited? Because Sohan is the giver. Bought goods from Sohan. Sohan is the giver. Understood? So to Sohan's account. What is the narration? Narration is being goods purchased. Being goods purchased purchased from Sohan on credit. Goods purchased from Sohan on credit. Okay. Yeah. What is the amount of transaction? It is rupees 10,000. It is rupees how much? 10,000. Okay. In a debit column, you should write amount parallel to the name of the account is debited. In credit column, you should write the amount parallel to the name of the account is credited. Okay. Let us move to next transaction. Yeah. Next transaction is dated on 25th of March 2010. Transaction is paid to Sohan in full settlement to rupees 9,600. Paid to Sohan rupees 9,600. In this particular kind of transaction, you people need to refer previous transactions also. Here they are saying that we are paying 9,600 to Sohan for full settlement of his account. See here, in this particular journal entry, here 22nd March 2010, here Sohan's account is showing how much balance? 10,000 rupee balance it is showing. In order to pay this 10,000 rupee, or instead of paying this 10,000 rupee, how much we are paying? We are paying 9,600. Actually we should pay him 10,000, but we are paying him 9,600. It means how much less we are paying? We are paying 400 rupee less. So what is this 400 rupee? Actually it is discount that we are getting. It is a discount that we are getting. See here, paid to Sohan rupees 9,600 in full settlement of his account rupees 10,000. Instead of paying him 10,000 rupee, we are paying him 9,600. It means we are getting a discount of rupees 400. So how many accounts will come here? Here actually three accounts will come. First one is Sohan's account, right? Okay. Next one is cash account. Next one is cash account. And third one is discount account. Which account? Discount account. Sohan's account is which account? It is a personal account. Cash account is which account? It is a real account. Discount account is which account? It is a nominal account. Okay. Yeah. Now we should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. See here, Sohan's account is a personal account. What is the rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver. So paid to Sohan means Sohan is the receiver. So Sohan's account should be debited. 25 March 2010. Which account should be debited? Sohan's account should be debited. Sohan's account should be debited. Then next one is cash account. Here paid to Sohan means cash is going out of the business, right? Cash is going out of the business. So to cash account. Then here we are getting discount from him, right? We are getting discount. No, instead of paying him 10,000 rupee, we are paying him 9,600. It means we are getting discount of rupees 400. For us, what it is? It is income. Understood? So what is the credit rule of nominal account? Credit all incomes and gains. So here which account should be credited again? Discount account should be credited to discount account. What is the narration? Narration is being cash paid to Sohan, cash paid to Sohan and received discount and received discount. Okay, yes. Yeah, let us move to, yeah, how much is the amount? It is 9,000. Sorry, it is not 9,600. How much cash we have paid? See here, instead of paying 10,000, we paid him 9,600. We got a discount of rupees 400. So totally, Sohan's account will show how much? 10,000. Understood? Here it is showing 10,000. So here also it must show 10,000 rupees. So Sohan's account debit 10,000 rupee to cash account 9,600 to discount account 400. Okay, let us move to next transaction. Next transaction, it is dated on 28th March 2010. What is the transaction? It is received commission rupees 1600. Received commission rupees 1600. Received means which account? Cash account. Another account is which account? It is commission account. Another account is commission account. Cash account is which account? It is real account. Commission account is which account? It is nominal account. Now tell me which account should be debited and which account should be credited. What is the transaction? Received commission. It means here cash is coming into the business. So which account should be debited? Cash account should be debited because cash is coming into the business. Which account should be credited? Commission account should be credited because here commission is income. What is the credit rule of nominal account? Credit to all incomes and gains. So yeah, 1600 rupee cash is received as a commission. Okay, what is the narration? Narration is being commission received. What is the narration? It is being commission received. Being commission received. Okay, let us move to last transaction, and last transaction is dated on 31st March 2010. What is the transaction? Transaction is paid salary to staff rupees 5,000. Paid salary to staff rupees 5,000. So how many accounts are there here? Two accounts are there. One is a salary account and another one paid means which account? Cash account. Which account? Cash account. Okay, salary account is which account? It is a nominal account. Cash account is which account? It is real account. So which account should be debited and which account should be credited? Paid salary. Salary is nominal account. What is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So salary is expenditure, so salary account should be debited. Salary account debit. To which account? To which account? To which account? To cash account. When you paid salary, what goes out of the business? Cash goes out of the business. So here salary account should be debited because salary is expense. Cash account should be credited because cash goes out of the business. What is the narration? Narration is being salary paid. Being salary paid. Okay. Yes. So paid salary to staff, salary account debit how much? Rupees 5,000. To cash account how much? 5,000. Understood. So if this is how we need to pass the journal entries, and we passed almost to 12 journal entries in this particular transaction. After passing all the journal entries, here in the last line you people have to write total, and you people have to make total of both the debit and credit column, and total of both this debit column and credit column should be same. There should not be any difference between a debit and credit. It is all about journal. So it is my advice to you people, please go through the videos again and again. Please analyze the transactions properly, and I have analyzed each and every transaction here. So you people have to develop same kind of habit while passing the journal entries, and please don't do guesswork while while passing the journal entries, and guessing is not at all suitable in accountancy subject. So please go through the videos again and again. Yes, and please try to clarify your doubts, and proper explanation is given for each and every transaction. Yes, so let us end the class now. In my next class I will start with next concept or second phase, or you can say third phase of accounting called ledger. Let us end journal today. Yes, thank you so much.